Hello everybody, my name is Noms, and welcome back to the Beirut server, Season 2, right? Yeah, episode like 30 or something like that. So, I've been very busy on this server recently. Not super busy with the recording side of things, unfortunately, but a little bit, and I'll kinda... Well, you saw that there was an episode that went up pretty recently involving Cyclops and Trent and myself doing some nonsense, mucking about in the server, which is good. More activity is a good thing. And of course, we're joined tonight by Tren, who's also on, which is fantastic. Always good to see activity. So, before we continue, I want to just kind of give you some background as to what we're looking at here. I kind of moved away from my original building points, wherever they may have been. I don't really recall exactly where I had been before, aside from at spawn, but I kind of killed the vibe that I had at spawn for the time being, and any other personal buildings I had lost all complete interest and inspiration in and with. So, I kind of moved out towards the jungle near spawn, which I think it's near spawn somewhere. It's like within 1,000 blocks or so. And I'm going to show what we've got working here today. So, we are kind of in the still planning and building stages, clearly, as you can see the completely unaesthetically pleasing lighting going on here, which is not even all that effective. As you can see, there's still plenty of spots for mobs to spawn, but I'll be pleasant here and try to give you the grand tour. This is potentially going to be our main base. I haven't quite decided as to which part is going to be a main base, but it's a base, and that's a good thing. We've got a big old castle looking building, sort of. We try to, we'll just hop down here. Freaking heck. Some resistance from the natives. We are, again, the jungle is right over there. We have a building inside the jungle, which I'll also show you that momentarily. But for now, this is the current project, which is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. There's not quite a set theme yet, as you can see. I should definitely get inside. But yes, castle is what we're going for. And the exterior is not nearly finished. And the interior is also not nearly finished, but I've baby steps, everything starts somewhere. So, this comes out into yonder room. And there's probably zombies inside the building, and this should not be here. This should be here. I've got a decent set of gear so far. I got myself a nice bow put back together. Put in a sword and some nice armors, which is great. This guy's pissing me off. And then we have a nice bridge which goes over and through, rather, the castle, this part here, which brings us to baby zombies. Well, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Leave me alone. The lighting definitely needs to be addressed rapidly, but if you've watched any of my videos in the past or know me at all, lighting is definitely not one of my strong suits. So this pushes down this way, which eventually loops back into the castle, as you would assume. We have a nice enchanting setup here, full setup all the way to 30 levels. I can't, well, I think it's 30. Maybe it's not 30. It should be 30. How about that? And then this kind of loops back into this corridor we came in earlier, which goes back up to that place, and I'll kind of show you briefly. It's a little bit of a maze in here. This goes upstairs, which does not currently lead anywhere substantial. I think it might, terrible shot, might just lead to a hole, actually. Yeah, it leads to this. So the second floor is not even kind of put together yet. This just goes back downstairs, evidently, and then we can cross that bridge again, which brings us to the opposite side of the castle, which is this way up here. And this brings us down to our mines, as we saw recently, takes us to the mines and the other part of the base. This goes all the way down. You can tell. And, freaking, ooh, that would not be friendly. And here's the bridge you walked across. And, of course, freaking mobs, because, again, lighting. Now, of course, I do plan to have this entire thing roofed eventually, too, and much taller. Kind of going for a castle. I don't know. It's definitely going to be a strange building, like most of my buildings are. But I'm definitely going for more expansive and varying styles versus than just cut and dry theme, since I'm not quite skilled enough to build that way. And we're starving to death. That's virtually all there is to show for this building. We're gonna roll on over, well, maybe roll over to the other building, depending on what the what status it's in, or more importantly, what status the track is in. If I recall, a little bit broken. Let me just turn down that. Yes, it is a little bit broken. A freaking creeper got in the way over here. Whoa. Jesus. Punch too much? And then, yeah, hopefully we won't run into any creepers. This will also be covered or guarded in some fashion, whether by, like, you know, stones and then vines, maybe, to kind of go with the overall jungly theme, or if it's covered by, like, a freaking, you know, passageway, like this more. This path goes directly through the jungle towards our jungle base, which is our current setup, where we have all of our actual stuff. And we could use some good pants, actually. These pants are not all that good at all. Doesn't take too long to get there. I think we go through the outside once more, and then it leads us directly into kind of our bedroom, really. That's the building there. I'm actually rather surprised that I have not run into more creepers falling down on us and just either killing us or destroying our track. It's kind of higgledy-piggledy. I got really tired of going back and forth, getting, you know, smelting materials or getting new materials over to that base. This is why I built this almost ineffective rail system. We're just gonna drop off the nonsense here. We don't need any of this right now. We're just doing some wandering about. So, and we also don't have quite everything I'd like. I've gotten to the wealthy extent of being able to tote 2 pickaxes. Actually, now that trend is gone, let's just sleep through the night here. And I got, you know, efficiency 3, silk touch, and blah blah blah. And just a basic utility pickaxe. These extremely excessive doors are due to the fact that monsters kept dropping down and walking in there and killing me. Or just destroying my spawn point, etc, etc. So this is the pathway to the jungle base. And the jungle base I built quite a while ago. I hadn't quite finished it until recently, and it's probably not even still finished, frankly. But, you know, I kind of procrastinate and don't really finish many projects. At least not all at once. It kind of takes time. Excuse me. I've been having some health problems. Not to go on a little tangent here, but due to the whole, my workplace is a lot of flour in the air, and I think I'm developing a, I'm not going to say an allergic reaction per se, but I've been having some breathing issues to a minor extent because of the rye flour present at my work, which hopefully will not be detrimental towards my income. And this is not finished, yes, so I really didn't finish this place whatsoever. But it's whatever it is. This was a pain in the ass because Noms is Noms, and there wasn't enough blocks. Like that, for example, is gonna set this on fire. And I'm glad I brought more. Like I have to make sure this is blocked up, or else it would still catch fire. But whatever, it's fine. This goes upstairs, evidently, to another mess, I think. Yep. Same idea. I tried lava lighting and didn't work out. Nice job there, Noms. This goes to the second floor, which was originally, I wasn't going to build the castle we have in that direction. I was just going to have this base, or that direction, rather. But I decided against it. I wanted to build the castle, so that's pretty much all I did. As you can tell, that yonder is our nether portal. And then this much less attractive staircase just goes up to the third and fourth floors. Or I guess, rather the third floor, which is this area, and the roof. I'm fairly happy with how this building here turned out. It came out a little derpier than I would have liked. And the staircases are still unmanaged. But overall, I think it came out pretty good. There's the pathway which loops all the way around here, evidently. And then get the idea. But I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Pretty happy. So that's pretty much what I've been working on the server. I'm still pretty busy at work. However, this summer I was very busy with other projects and social engagements, which was the main reason for my complete Why do they just have to spawn here? It's been mostly why I haven't uploaded anything in a while. I'm very much so behind on the Borderlands series I'm doing with Tren and Cyclops, as well as I think I'm still backed up on 7 Days to Die with I did with Andy, and we're actually taking a hiatus from that for the time being. I'm guessing till like I don't know if it's waiting until October or November, but he mentioned he was kind of losing interest, so he wanted to wait and take a break. So I said, you know, it's fine. I was busy anyway, so kind of didn't have the time to reliably do that. So this episode was definitely not going to be super exciting. This is pretty much all I've got for you today. I just wanted to kind of give a heads up on the current status. There's a few more things I want to talk about. One of which is the current direction of the server is going to maintain its course. Nothing's changed, really. Again, it's been a lot less active than it was originally, and obviously we lost quite a few members. As far as I'm aware, Barty he hasn't told me he's not playing anymore, but he has not been on, like, at all, I don't think. So hopefully he gets time or interest, but as far as I'm aware, he's not playing. Tom has also said he's not really interested in playing Minecraft right now. At least not survival Minecraft in this kind of setting. And Zog left completely, actually. He moved on to another server of some variety. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to wait. Need that. We're going to bring some rails to fix that later. So beyond that, not much has changed globally. Trent has a new base set up. He's been more active recently, which is very good indeed. Good for him. We should put this in the right chest because this pickaxe is actually from spawn. I stole it because I couldn't get Fortune 3. Whoops. What did I need? I needed rails. And that kind too. So Zog is gone for good from the Beirut server. He's with Riotcraft, which I think might be vanilla and modded, or just, I don't know. It's a separate server, however. So, there's that. So, ultimately, it's Cyclops, Tren, and Andy and myself have been the most active recently. I think Andy's been busy, though. He's been pretty quiet, even in the group chats. So I think he might be busy, which, you know, it's just fine. I'm not holding that against anybody. So it's, you know, things are still going. I want to make that ultimately clear. I haven't given up here. I'm still playing and working towards a goal of, you know, great buildings and Minecraft and whatnot. And I'm still interested in doing YouTube stuff, but ultimately, once the summer comes around, I'm definitely not at my computer. That's definitely a big factor there. That's too loud. So there's that. That's again ultimately what I wanted to mention. Also, like I said, I am still interested in doing Minecraft, and I still plan on doing Minecraft videos, but there are going to be some changes. For example, I'm actually going to aim for shorter videos, just for editing purposes and overall timeline. I'm still busy. I don't really want to end up... That doesn't work. Unfortunate. End up too busy again to the extent where I have to stop and be unreliable. So, for example, this video is pretty short, and I'm going to try to keep my solar perspective videos on the shorter side. So yeah, that's kind of the heads up for the time being. So, you know, sorry for the nothing terribly exciting, but I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out so far. You can kind of tell that I'm still kind of finger painting in a sense. I haven't quite figured out my theme because you got this part of the building which is woodsy and got quartz there and more artistic in a sense. Whereas it's like this one, which doesn't make any sense, just boring and bland, and yeah. So hopefully I can figure that out, because again, I'm kind of battling with several different sources of inspiration. So I'm sure I'll get it all figured out eventually. And we got ourselves trees here, as you can evidently see. Those didn't grow there. I'm just growing that as to what I'm going to use for this build. I want to incorporate that wood as well, instead of just having a completely stone-based building. Gotta throw some wood, some quartz, some variety in there. Anyway, so again, apologize for the lack of super exciting content. It's more just kind of a chit-chat episode. But thanks again for watching, and if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like or a subscribe or comment, you know. Tell me what you think. And of course, be sure to check out the other members in the Beirut server. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.